So I'm going to move forward from the whole intersex thing for a bit. I think I've talked about that quite a bit, and sort of talk about just me and, yeah, just me, my life, what's been going on with me, and I guess the transgendered part of my life. I, as you know, started, well, I guess I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I did move to the city a couple of weeks ago. Got a job. I just started working a few days ago, actually. It was my first official day of training. And I'm in training with, I think, like 20 other people. During orientation, which happened a week prior to the job starting training, I was outed by Human Resources, who, when they were passing back my ID, she called out my name on my ID, which I haven't gotten changed yet. And it sucked because just 10 minutes prior, I had explained to her my situation. I explained to her that I was going through a transition and that my name was changed, and, you know, well, I'm going by so-and-so now, and and she reacted fine. She reacted, you know, oh, you know, you wouldn't be the first, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool, you know, just I'll let you know. Well, when she gave back the IDs, I don't know what she was thinking, but not of me, that's for sure, because she called out my previous name, and I felt like everyone stopped and turned and looked at me. And I just wanted to cry. Just wanted to crawl out of my skin, run home, not ever go back there again, and just cry. I was devastated. But I didn't. I held out, and I actually talked to her at the end of the day, and I said that was really inappropriate, and she said a couple of other things that were, I just think that she didn't have very much experience with it, and so she just sort of kept digging herself deeper and deeper. And, you know, I'm not one of those like oversensitive types about it. I want to put myself in her shoes as well. And although she is a human resources, and that's the area she's chosen as her career path, you would think that she would have the training or at least some experience in this, but for whatever reason she did not exhibit any experience in it. So it was really awkward, but in the end, because I persisted and I talked to her and I kept a level head, I managed to do that. It worked out, and they were actually really accommodating. And they said at one point that I couldn't have they were going to try to have my ID and my name badge reflect what I wanted to be called, instead of actually legally what they had to do was, I guess, go by my legal name, which is currently not changed, as I said before. But they were able to accommodate me in that, and I thought that was awesome. And they've been doing a couple of other things, to help me out. So it's been really good. They want to do well, and I think they're coming from a good place. So it was awesome. People make mistakes sometimes, and I think she was coming from a good place. So, it turned out to be okay. I was devastated. I was traumatized. I didn't think I was ever going to recover. Mascara was everywhere that day. But, I stuck through it. I kept a level head. I managed to keep my composure and my professionalism in the work environment. So I pulled through it. Everything was okay. And it was awesome. It turned out to be a good experience, a learning experience, not only for me, but for her as well. So I think we're all sort of the better for it. Now, the people in my class, however, I don't know if they noticed as much as I thought they noticed, because they're not real. I mean, there's no looking or staring or anything like that at me. Maybe they're more open-minded and accepting than I give them credit for, as a whole. Maybe they just weren't even paying attention, I don't know, but I am giving a young lady there a ride to and from work, picking her up, and I had made the decision, or I was telling her about myself, and I was trans and everything, and she was like, wow, I didn't know. Come to find out, she actually wasn't in the orientation, which is why I brought it up, because I wanted to sort of get a sense of if people were paying attention. So I brought it up as, the mistake that happened. She didn't know what I was talking about, and I had already mentioned the mistake, so she wanted to know what the mistake was. But anyways, I felt comfortable telling her, so it didn't really bother me. At this point, I'm in the city, and this is my hometown, so I had already made the decision to live my life, so long as I'm living here as a trans woman and not trying to live my life, discreetly as a woman. So I'm fairly open about it, obviously, since I'm making videos. So she was really surprised. At least that's what she said in the morning while we were driving to work. And then after work, when we were driving home, I brought it up again, and I'm like, were you just being nice, or did you actually not know? And she's like, no, she said that she was really blunt usually, and so she'd have no problem telling me if she really thought that I was trans. And so she had questions, and, I was just sort of giving her my take on the answers, and it turned out to be a really positive, experience. And throughout all my explanation, she just sort of stopped and was like, so wait, you're transitioning to be a man or a woman? And I stopped. I was like, I guess I must be doing something right if you can't even tell if I'm really a woman and then going to be a man, because I don't know. So, and actually, when I went to the transgender meeting before, when I first came to Tucson, some of the transgendered or transsexuals, I got a couple of questions asking if I was the same thing, and some people actually were telling me that when the the FTM meetings were, because they thought I was planning to transition to a male. So I guess that's a good thing. I mean, because I guess I'm to other people that means that I guess I'm pretty passable, which is good. But I don't know. The lesson I learned, it was pretty positive for me. I know it's not like that, all the time. But I think in professional environments, as long as you keep your composure, because they are expected to be professional. I know sometimes things happen to you in embarrassing situations that you just want to crawl out of your skin and go away and never come back. But certainly that's how I would have reacted in the past. But now it seems like, just stand your ground and, remain positive. It is traumatic, and it is hurtful. Accept those feelings and work through it, though, because I think in the end it'll benefit you, because you'll grow from it. You'll learn from it, and if you confront and talk to the other party that offended you, and what that's a learning opportunity for them too. So yeah, that was positive. I had as I said, my second day of class today, and it's going really well. So I don't know if that's because people weren't paying attention and they think that I'm, a bio woman or what. So I don't know. Pretty good so far. It's my only second day that I'm going back on my very strict diet that I'm doing. I don't know if I should explain what diet I'm doing because I don't want to advocate any sort of diet to anybody. I probably will later on because I'm doing low carb, and that's what's worked for me in the past. I've done low cal and low carb at the same time, and I've done each separately. So for right now, I'm doing low carb, and I might switch it up to low cal. But for me, at this point, low carb it works. So I'm just going to try it out for a few months and see if I can still stick with it. So I will check back in with you guys on Sunday to tell you about my weight loss. Hopefully there is some weight loss, and it would suck if there wasn't, but I'll let you guys know. And yeah, that's it.